In the last few videos, we've been focusing on certificates of deposit. Uh, that's a safe way of investing your money. I should mention that with certificates of deposit, the federal government basically pays for an insurance so that insures your deposit so that if the bank ever goes bankrupt, you will still get your money back. But with certificates of deposit, you know, you really only get like 1.5%, 1.6%, 1.7%. It's some interest, but it's not a lot of interest. If you want to earn more than that, you will need to go with riskier investments. So now we'll learn about other types of investments. In this video, we'll start with stocks. What are stocks anyway? So companies often need to raise money. For example, a company like Apple, let's say that they need to raise some funding. They don't really need money anymore nowadays, but back then they really did. Let's say a company like Apple needs to raise money to put into research to develop a new iPhone. What they can do is a company like Apple can issue what are called stocks. Stocks are pieces of a company. In fact, Apple has issued around 4.5 billion shares of stocks. That's 4,500,000,000, that many stocks. Each stock costs about, when I'm making this video, it's about $283 each. So if you pay $283, you can buy one out of 4.5 billion part of Apple. So if you pay $283, you can own a very, 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 very small part of Apple. Why would you want to do that anyway? Well, if you own a very small part of Apple, when Apple makes a lot of money, you also will make a little bit of money. There are really two ways you can make money through stocks. Let's say you buy a share of Apple. The first way is the share value increases. So if you buy an Apple stock for $283 today, and maybe a year later, Apple makes a lot of money, it becomes more valuable, and now the stock is worth $320, and you sell it later, well, if you buy it for $283 and sell it for $320, you have made money. That's the first way. The second way is through dividends. Dividend just means the company pays you some of the money it makes. As of right now, Apple pays about 73 cents, not a lot, but 73 cents per share. So if you pay $283 for an Apple stock, it will pay you 73 cents in dividends. So there are two ways you can make money with stocks. Again, the dividend is just the money that the company pays you from the money it earns. In general, stocks that pay more dividend tend to be like utility companies that have to do with like power, electricity, gas, and so forth. There are risks to buying stocks. It's definitely not as safe as just putting your money in the bank. Again, if you buy a certificate of deposit, the bank will give you the money back with interest. If the bank goes bankrupt, the US government will help you and give you the money back instead. With stocks, you can lose money. That's what we call a risk. What are the risks? Well, if Apple loses money, maybe or just becomes a less valuable company, it loses value. Say the next iPhone is not successful, people complain about it, not very many people buy it, then Apple would become a less valuable company. It would lose value. Well, if you buy the stock for 283, if a year later it's only worth 220, then you have lost money when you sell if you sell the stock at 220. In fact, a lot of stocks have lost their value in the last 6 months because of the coronavirus crisis. You know, Apple stock price used to be over $300. Now it's at 283. Why? Well, for example, Apple's gonna have a hard time making iPhones if their factories are shut down because of the coronavirus. So even if people want to buy the iPhone, if they can't make new iPhones, they won't make as much money. The company would lose value. So there are risks to buying stocks, but you can potentially make a lot more money than putting your money in the bank. That's it for today.